Something does seem a little odd going on right now, you know? We're in a very weird spot in the history of crypto where we can't really truly grasp the amount of money that is going to be flown. It is the internet of value. So we've been in early, we think we've been in early, but really the fact that we don't have legislation yet is mind-boggling. In just the recent binomial news, first CFTC regulated exchange, official commodity status for XRP, it's just, and obviously Bitcoin and all that, it's just the move for the overall crypto space is so bullish. And this guy, yet again, it seems like he might be using AI, but it's still interesting. Something is off in the charts, and the timing is almost too defined. XRP has been pinned between 202 and 204 for almost 48 hours straight, okay? Weekend, low volume, bid-ask depth evaporated, multiple interval failures on Coinbase, 1 day, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, UI breaking before price. Books thin across Coinbase, Kraken, Bitstamp, liquidity cliffs everywhere, repricing shelves visible if you know how the engine behaves, okay? That's not normal behavior. That's not retail boredom. This is what happens when a liquidity engine absorbs everything and the market stops behaving like a public order book. Price doesn't drift, it sits, it pins. UI breaks first, price moves second. And the timing? Monday is the launch of Binomial's XRP trading, spot, futures, perps, and options on the first fully CFTC regulated crypto settled exchange in the US. The same exchange that fought the SEC over XRP, that partnered with Ripple, that accepts RLUSD and XRP as margin, that builds a deliverable real asset settlement, that just filed the first ever XRP US spot contract with the CFTC, all coming online as the charts freeze. Here's where the picture expands. Last week, DTCC quietly updated key classifications affecting digital asset settlement. This isn't marketing, it's plumbing. DTCC changes don't move markets directly. They change the rules markets operate under. And at the same time, Ripple's MPI banking license opened a door most people aren't thinking about. Direct regulatory pathways for Ripple to custody, settle, process, and move value inside the global payments stack, not around it. The rails are shifting from access to integration. The CFTC doesn't just regulate futures, it regulates settlement workflows, collateral models, clearing, and delivery. XRP now sits closer to the framework than at any point in the last decade. So what changes? Jurisdiction clarity, assets used for collateral and delivery migrate toward the CFTC stack. Settlement pathways, DTCC's updated rules aligned with assets that can support atomic real-time settlement. Institutional access, MPI licensing gives Ripple the legal wrapper to plug into banking and treasury operations without intermediaries. Liquidity architecture, when these systems align, markets stop behaving like charts and start behaving like infrastructure. And that's exactly how the charts look right now. These behaviors precede moves. They don't follow them. I've seen this in commodities and FX. Price compresses, books thin, depth fails, UI wobbles, then a release valve opens and the market jumps from one shelf to the next. We're not predicting anything, we're just watching the mechanics, and the mechanics are acting different. Next week could get wild. And then I saw this post just before this. Look what Charles Hoskinson says. Monday is going to be a good day. Yet again, that could mean anything. That could be him taking a trip to In-N-Out. Oh, Monday's going to be a good day. I'm going to In-N-Out. We got no idea. I just thought that was fucking bizarre. And then, listen, the weird coincidences are not making sense. Look what happened to my UI on one of like thing you can track your crypto portfolio. All the bars, the XRP bar is broken, the UI. And it shot well beyond that. I just thought that was weird. Three weird coincidences, and you could see the price moving a little bit today, you know? It is weird. But yet again, you can never trust a Sunday pump, but this time we do have this thing launching Monday. Binomial just filed with the CFTC to list a new spot XRP USD contract set to go live on or after December 3rd, 2025. This is how real market structure gets built. Regulated venues, transparent products, institutional access, another step in bringing XRP into the core of the US markets. You gotta love seeing these moves not waiting totally on the Clarity Act. Moves are being made as we speak. Yo, Jack Mahler's, is it Mahler's or Mahler? He just broke the bull meter live on TV. Oh, I gotta see this.
The price of Bitcoin heading?
Higher.
0.
Higher.
How much higher?
A lot
How much higher, Jack?
My general framework from the highest level is human beings collectively, we own about $900 trillion worth of stuff. That's equities, the things behind us, real estate,
what's it going to be
precious
tokenized
metals,
on?
fine art, all of the things that we own. Half of that we're using as a savings account. We're owning the portfolio of companies or the art or the house to actually try and persist wealth into the future. I think Bitcoin's going after that market. It's going after a market of $400 to $500 trillion worth, and right now it's $2.5 trillion. So I think in purchasing power terms, Bitcoin can go up 100 to 200 times more from here.
All right, so we know Bitcoin obviously is the most house. You see the price?
Yeah, I would like to know what she was saying. We obviously know Bitcoin is, but and then it cuts off. Wow. This is just, it's so, you gotta ask why. You have to ask why. So it's going at, it's in the, oh my God, bro. Bitcoin is in the business, according to him, of going after just all the money. Just for the sake of going after all the money. Just park your money in it. Park your money in Bitcoin, and that's it. You don't gotta worry about nothing. Number go up. We're gonna push it, media. Push, push, push. You gotta ask why, dude. It's just, it stinks to the highest degree. Yo, speaking of stinking to the highest degree, believing in Kuwait, Michael Saylor. Yo, that's a pretty hot rod looking picture. I'm not gonna lie. He looks like Neo. This guy is broken free from the Matrix, dude. You kidding me? If anyone was gonna do it, it was gonna be Michael Saylor. Oh, this is pretty sick. Neuralink turns your brain into a remote for any device. What could go wrong? I've seen Black Mirror. This is so crazy. Turn your thoughts to signals, bro. What the fuck? This is so crazy. Wow. Is that I can't tell if that's a real ad or not. If that is, wow. That is speechless. Actually speechless. I don't know if this is true. I like these to then later try to fact check them. Oh, hey, we can hit the grok button. Let's hit the grok button. Rothschild's forced milk pasteurization. Pasteurization, is that how you say pasteurization, removes lactoferrin. Do some research and tell us what lactoferrin does. Victor Rothschild advocated for compulsory milk pasteurization in the UK House of Lords in 1946 to combat disease like tuberculosis from raw milk, reflecting public health priorities rather than a family plot. So it does seem like it does. It strips it of a lot of its really healthy properties in terms of gut health and antibacterial and all this shit, but it just says, while raw milk retains bioactive compounds like lactoferrin, mandatory pasteurization drastically reduced infant mortality from contaminated milk in the early 20th century cities, highlighting a trade-off between safety and nutrition that persists in debates over raw milk. Yeah, I always see those sorts of debate on TikTok. A lot of these guys who eat off wooden cutting boards and shit, they're always like, oh, raw milk, and then other people, raw milk, it will kill you. I always see that type of shit. Such a beautiful headline. The CFTC regulates XRP derivatives and has oversight of CFTC regulated exchanges that list XRP. All eyes on the Clarity Act. Dude, I cannot believe it. The price is not correlated yet. But when it does, dude, just the crypto market as a whole yet again. Everyone wants the Fed to cut rates, but inflation is still north of 3%. That's a hidden tax on every American. If we push the Fed to lower rates while inflation is rising, we risk a policy disaster. The Fed must stay independent. That's why global investors trust America. The politicians bashing the Fed is nothing new, but it's dangerous when it shapes policy. Let's say the bullshit he spews, huh? Such a shame, dude. He was like my favorite on Shark Tank.
And inflation, I believe, is peaked. It's rolling down.
Kevin,
It's
but
peak.
we want to come to you because one of your, to me, bolder calls is you don't think the Fed will cut next week, and why?
I'll tell you why. Inflation's north of 3%. Dual mandate, right? They set their own mandate long ago saying it's 2%. That's the target. It's not clear yet. Everybody debates the tariff thing, but on certain input costs, if there is a commodity that we don't have or we don't make and we tariff it, it's 100% inflationary because we don't have it, so we're making ourselves pay more, and that would be potash, and that would be stuff like bauxite for aluminum, pineapples, bananas. So you got to fine-tune that tariff stuff. But the real debate is inflation is a hidden tax. So if you don't get that under control, and if you raise rates while inflation's actually increasing,
Lower rate.
that's very funky chicken risk, and I don't think the world wants to see that. The Fed being independent always gets bashed by whichever administration's in place. That's Fed bashing. It's a sport. I love to watch it. But the Fed is independent. It should be, because the world trusts that independency against the executive and invests all their money in America. That's how it works. So you got a lot of risk by getting the executive to beat up the Fed to lower rates. And so it's a great debate. If they do lower it, it won't be anything more than 25 basis points, and that would be the max.
Yeah, I think the plan is, because the job data is not looking good. So, I mean, dude, I think it's inevitable. If this guy truly thinks that whoever Trump puts in there isn't going to be doing whatever Donnie wants, independent. That's what I've been seeing debating of, if they actually are going to use Kevin Hassett, but it makes sense when you see his crypto background and his stake in Coinbase and stuff, of what the plan seems to be to devalue the debt. That seems to be the game plan. You got the guy, one of Putin's right-hand financial guys, giving a speech or whatever in Russia, and he even says, he goes, we know what they're doing. They're trying to, game the system, devalue the debt. I don't think they give a fuck about inflation. I think they're going to let it run rampant. That seems to be the plan. Let it run rampant. They will lie to you about what percent it's actually at. And yet again, if you don't have assets, you're going to get fucked. Sorry, excuse my French. You're going to get absolutely bent over. Pound Town City, USA, population U, if you don't own assets. I'm not even telling you never financial advice. I like gold, I like silver, I like diversification. And then there's certain bets, maybe digital assets, that I see, a big future for, because they play a huge part of this transition. No shit. It's the stuff that it's all being built upon. That might have some value. And yeah, I don't trust this guy, not in the slightest. He is clearly bought and paid for on a script. It's wild. I obviously knew this guy was trolling, and he's getting praised because he goes, 43 years old, no kids, crypto millionaire, smoking our girlfriend, name a better Christmas than me. And then I don't even know if this is the girl. Lily? Is that who it is? Or Alex? I'm the girlfriend pictured in Choose Rich Nick's photo. However, I did not approve him posting that I'm his girlfriend. He misled, underpaid, and mistreated me. I will never work with him again. What the hell, dude? Another model being used and manipulated by Nick. He's even in my DMs, but I was smart enough to turn him down. Wow. What a guy. I mean, I knew this was all like a facade. Really? Lily? Yo, are you kidding me? Why the hell wouldn't you get with this guy? This guy is literally the top G. Yeah, he's good at the social media game. I like his videos. He's funny as fuck. Dude, I would love to collaborate with this guy. This is honestly slanderous. I'm pretty sure you DM'd me first. Don't make me pull up the receipts. Yo, don't make Nick. Crypto Nick. All right, so this is the Palantir CEO. We've seen a little Alex Karp. We've seen a little bit of him back when it was kind of the peak of Michael Burry saying he's shorting it, and he was on CNBC. Fuck them. We like the pain. We will prove you all wrong.
Our decisions when we began talking, annoying each other 10 years ago. Hopefully I'm annoying you as much as 10 years ago or more. When I made this, every decision Palantir made, FDAs, going public, building products, enterprise, large data sets, going to government, acknowledging American superiority, being pro-meritocracy, launching an AI platform, calling into question that AI models would actually be able to perform without orchestration. Every single one, our ontology, every single one of those was viewed as stupid. A lot of decisions when we began talking.
Maverick on Wall Street, and the government is asking us to trust this coked up motherfucker with that personal data. Yep, that's exactly. Well, they're going to do it whether you like it or not. Interesting history that didn't get much attention was the Bitnomial versus SEC fight over XRP. The SEC was telling Bitnomial that XRP was an unregistered security after the judge gave the ruling that it wasn't. Bitnomial was fighting to get XRP under the CFTC. Stellar. I remember Stellar, early Stellar days too, Danielle Dixon, buddy with the CFTC. So here we go. Apparently we got Raoul Paul said Bitcoin is about to explode like a rocket ship in the next 25 days. I hate seeing these. I hope so, but I hate seeing these.
So it's been really a patience game of the sideways choppy market. But people forget also, last year was the same. Last year peaked in somewhere early in the year and then did nothing all year. Everyone got so frustrated. Everyone was flinging poo at each other online and getting angry with each other. And then before you know it, took off like a rocket ship in November and December. And I think it's somewhat similar this time around. And the rocket ship this time around is based on the fact that, so it's been really a patience game.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Oh my God, dude. What is this? Get this out of my face.
The sideways.
Yeah, best scenario possible, Bitcoin goes on a tear up, Bitcoin dominance breaks down sharply, stables also break down. That means everything going into alt. I mean, we now have, Vanguard. Vanguard opened the floodgates. We just got the first CFTC approved exchange. I mean, these are the barriers that literally needed to come down so the money can come in. And they just happened, more or less. Clarity Act is still a huge part of the equation, but anti-crypto Peter Schiff, he's just anti-Bitcoin, more or less. He likes tokenized gold, but he challenges President Trump to a debate on U.S. economy after Trump called him a loser. I saw, we got to brush up on this story, but yeah, he went on one of the shows and was trashing his like economic policy, basically, and then he responded calling him a loser. This thing gave me Black Mirror vibes. I don't know if this is real or not. He goes, a new device called Mood Ring integrates directly with TradingView, sending real-time haptic signals whenever the Bitcoin price moves, letting the wearer feel price swings on their finger. If this is real, this is actually really kind of crazy. And you think you looking at your phone or your portfolio however much some people are really snap addicted to that. Imagine wearing it and it wires your brain like a dog with a bell and food. It's like shock therapy, but it ain't shocking you. Yo, I feel insane, but this is clearly the future they want so badly. This is about Netflix teases that Warner Bros. Release windows will evolve to become shorter. My pushback has been mostly in the fact that the long exclusive windows, which we don't really think are the consumer friendly. I mean, but I get that. At the same time, though, one, people aren't going to the movies anymore because one, people don't have the money. It's absurdly expensive. The movies suck ass. So it's like a combination of a whole lot of things. But at the same time, when a movie comes out, the majority of its revenue is basically after it comes out. And then it's not so profitable if it sits in the theater after a certain amount of time. So I kind of get that. I don't know. It's just the movies. You need something different. First of all, you need good movies to get people back in the fucking theater. But after COVID poo-pooed all over that. It's the same thing as a concert, you know. It's something about it. It's a completely different energy. It does suck though, because people are such fucking morons. Like when I would go see some of the Marvel movies, they ruin the viewing experience. Like they don't shut the fuck up. They're chomping like 80. I don't know, man. People ruin the movie theaters more so for me. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, who will be joining Bitnomial's board, commented on the investment. Ripple is proud to lead this investment round, supporting a company at the forefront of reshaping the future of the regulated derivatives market. Bitnomial's approach to bringing offshore trading models into the U.S. derivatives industry presents a significant market opportunity as they establish a compliant derivatives market for digital assets such as XRP. Alongside their planned use of RLUSD for settlement, Bitnomial is setting a new standard for the industry. This is so crazy. Guys, be sure to hit the like button, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications to help out the YouTube video, and join my group, The Minutemen. You could find that linked in the description below. And exclusive videos there weekly. And I'm going to get the Discord going. And then we got the recent video I did was talking about depopulation agenda, North Pole, UFOs, psychedelics, and the greater mystery. A bunch of videos over there, dude. So support over there. Appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one.